guys, welcome to my page. It's Ziki Poetry here, and thank you for tapping on this video. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and comment, and watch this video till the end, because you're gonna want to know what happened today. Yes, today is story time about today. So yes, guys, let's get into it. Okay, so there is a business conference or business expo that happens once a year. I attended last year. This year, I didn't think I was going to be able to attend because my schedule at school is quite tight. But I made it happen. And I get there this morning. I invited my friend to come with me. She was there. It's cool. So last year's one was, I think maybe because last year was when I was starting out, you know, still very curious about this business environment and all of that. So I don't know if it's that last year I was just still starting out and that's why I was so into it. But this year I felt it didn't, I would say, feed me, you know. It didn't feed that wanting to know, wanting knowledge, you know. But okay, we inquired some information, all of that. It was a very cool thing, you know, like, and I love it. Like, I really love it. I was busy drinking coffees and eating sweets and whatever I just saw that was edible on tables, I just ate. It was really good. So, long story short, good event. When we were on our way out at around, I think it was past 12, this guy approaches us. And he's like, ladies, you just have to eat sweets. Come, I have funding. I'm giving funding, you know. So, already, we're like raising an eye. Because I know a lot of people, if I were to make a rough, when I say rough, I mean really rough, estimate, I would say a good 90% of people that go to the business conference are looking for funding. Yes, we want help, we want to know information about businesses and all of that, but one of the biggest things that a lot of people go there for is for funding. And what I've noticed since last year is that that's not what you get there. Not that they don't give in terms like that, but they have all the information tables. They have DTI there. They have all these other companies, all these other banking stuff, and it's registered stuff, so it's legit stuff and all of that. If you're starting out a business, I really recommend that next year you start attending all these business conferences and all of that. But okay, where was I? Okay, I'm back. We were leaving. This guy came to us, approached us, telling us he's giving us funding. So me and my friend are like, what? So we go to his table. First of all, it's not a stand, hey? It's a table, like, where there's just random tables placed there where anyone, myself included, can just sit and eat or sit and do nothing. It's just a table and a chair provided for the public, you know? Cool. He's there. He has a book. Like, it's a diary store that you could buy anyway. Like, it's thick and all, it has information, but I mean, you can buy anywhere. I paged through it. There's no terms and conditions. There's no company name. There's no nothing on that book. Nah. It's just a lot of people who have written the information. This guy, it wasn't direct. I asked him what his business was about. He doesn't have a business. I'm like, what do you do? He says he's a coach. He funds your business. He does all of that. I'm like, why? It sounds too good to be true. Like, why are you going to fund? You don't even know what my business is. All these other people that are signed here, you don't even know what their business is. And you're just going to fund people, you know? And my friend and I were asking these questions, you know, back and forth. And I was like, you know what? Let me just write my information down, you know? I write it down. Oh, he says he works with APSA. He sponsored APSA to have their stand. Something like that, you know? So it was still like, but I wrote my information down. Then he gave us his business card and a brochure. So we went to, I was like, I want to go to the APSA stand. I want to ask them who this guy is, you know. We get there and we ask the people at ABSA, and they're like, we don't know him. I'm like, he says he's funded that stand, which is the ABSA stand, which, I mean, who is about to fund ABSA? Like, huh? You fund ABSA? So they're like, nah. They look at the staff, they explain to us everything. They're like, basically, they're just confirming everything we already knew, you know, all our doubts, all of that. So, they're like telling us, ask him this, ask him that, where's his stand? Fine. We go back. Now, this isn't me trying to start something or anything. I already gave my information. It's my name, it's my surname, it's my telephone number, it's my email address, you know. Those are the stuff that you give at the business conference. When you go, it's registered stands and everything that are there. So if you want to exchange information and all of that, you do that, okay? But now, I'm very, very particular with who I give my information to. If I give my information to a business or a businessman or whatever, I have to know that this is a thing. You know what I mean? Like, it's Magoya. Yeah. Wow, this video is long. I don't want it to be long. Okay, let me speed it up. So yeah. Okay, I'm lost now. We get there. I scratch out my number and I'm like, let me write. I have another phone. I have a tab that I don't really use that number that much. So I'm like, let me write down that number and not use my personal phone that I use constantly, you know, which is the one I'm recording from. Humble beginnings. But yes, so while I'm scratching that number out and writing the new one, he comes up and he's like, what are you doing? You're not allowed to do that. You first have to ask me, you know. So I'm like, okay, I was just changing my number, you know. He's like, okay, cool. We walk around, and after a while I'm like, you know what, I'm not comfortable with this. When he said I have to ask him, he said I first need permission from him because it's his stuff, all of that. Cool. So me being respectful and being the you know what I mean, the human I was raised to be, I decide that I'm not comfortable with this guy, and I'm not comfortable with this guy having my information. So I walk up to him while he wasn't at his table because he's just roaming around fishing for people. I go to him and I say, okay, I would like to remove my information from your book. He says no. He says, don't worry, I won't call you, I won't do anything. You're the only one that scratched out your number. So whether I know the one that scratched, I won't contact, I won't do anything. I'm like, nah, it's cool, but I still want to remove my information. Then this guy starts causing a scene and telling me, no, I'm not going to remove, it's his stuff. And he says, he starts causing the scene, and I'm telling him, but first of all, Booty, this is my information. This is my private and personal information. I will do as I please with it. If I feel you are not worthy of holding my information, I am going to take it. You will not, like, what? You know? So I approached him very calmly, and then he started this thing, and then he starts saying, I'm gonna bring trouble in your life. I'm gonna, all of these things, I'm gonna cause trouble for you. I've never met someone who's so disrespectful. All of that. Now I am losing my shit. I am losing it, okay? I'm like, first of all, I am gonna go remove it whether you like it or not. I approached you because I was trying to be respectful, but clearly it's not something you want to take right now. So I don't care what you do, I don't care what you say, I'm gonna go remove my information. When I say that, wow, this guy says, I am going to slap you. What? I was so furious. I was like, I dare you. And I told him, you will not lay a finger on me. You will never lay a finger on me. And he put out his hand like this with his backhand. I stepped forward. I was in his face. And I told him, I dare you. You will not lay a finger on me. He just looked at me and I just walked away. And I went to go remove my information. And he's telling me, you're damaging my book. I'm like, I'm doing all of that. And that was that. So We moved on. I told my friend about it. She was standing in another queue. We were going to DTI to inquire some stuff. So she was standing there. When we get there, there's people in front of her that are also complaining about that guy. So I get there and they're talking, and now I get in. I'm like, this guy said he's gonna slap me. So we're laughing and we're like, what the hell? And how? All of that. But now, because of the things we've been through and everything, like, laughing is more of a coping mechanism. And like, don't lose your mind. Because, you know, past experiences and all of that. So we've learned to laugh as a defense mechanism. But like, after 10 minutes, I was furious. Like, I felt that, you know what, this isn't a joke. This is serious. And I read the terms and conditions of the event. And you're not allowed to be a private vendor. You have to be registered through, like, the whole system thing, you know? So, at our last stop, whether we were going to inquire something, my friend was actually inquiring something. One of the guys came, he was walking by with the camera. I smiled, all of that. Cool, we laughed. And then I asked him, I'm like, hey, can I ask you something? What happens if you're violated at this event? And he says to me, you go to security. I'm like, where's security? And he shows me. I'm like, okay, thank you. And right after that, he says, what happened, if you don't mind me asking? And I told him everything. And he's like, what? You know what? Leave security. I know the event planner. Let's go. So I go with him. We go to the event planner. We tell him everything. You know, the event planner came down. He spoke to me. I told him everything. He was so respectful, and he respected me. This is a grown man who's planning events for all these big companies. I'm a tertiary student, you know, and he respected me. He genuinely respected me, and he understood where I was coming from. And he was just as furious as I was, you know. And I really appreciate that. He went down to security, and he told security that they should come with me. I should point that man out, and security should escort him out. And that's what they did. Security came. Security didn't cause a scene. There was very few people that actually noticed what was happening. They just came. Security went to that person, and they collected his things calmly. And that guy wanted to cause a scene, and security told him, don't cause a scene. We'll talk somewhere else. Pack your things. You're not allowed to be here. They handled They handled it very well. And I really appreciate that. Went upstairs with him. The event planner went to go speak with him. The guy was there, oh, hey, me bride, all of that. And the event planner said, no, I'm not interested in that. You're busy harassing people here. You're harassing this girl, telling her you're going to slap her. You're not allowed to be here. I don't know anything about you. EPSA, that you say you funded, doesn't know anything about you. You can't be here. So, go. Security is going to escort you out, all of that. Go. Then it was that. And he was like, let me explain. And the event planner said no. Like, I feel so bad I didn't even get his name. I appreciate all the respect and all the, like, having my back, you know? And yeah, he said, let me explain. The event planner wasn't having it. He said, no, I don't want to hear it. Get out. And me and my friend took out those phony-ass cards with those pamphlets, and we handed them to him. And security took those 2 cards back, gave them to us, and said, no, keep them. So that if this guy ever finds you or starts harassing you again, you have proof, you know where to find him, you have his information. And that was that. And they took him out. And that was it. So, yeah, guys. The moral of this story is, ladies, I know it happens to guys too, but as a girl, being a girl is an extreme sport, guys. On a daily basis, the moment you walk out of the door, being a female is an extreme sport, okay? We deal with so much on a daily basis. And girls, I want to let you know, I don't care where you come from, whether you come from this big city life or you come from the villages or whatever, you matter. You have rights, and nothing is too small to be taken into consideration. Okay? I literally told that guy you were violating me. I told security I was violated. I told the event manager I was violated. Because threatening to slap me is violating me. Putting your hand up like this, saying you're gonna slap me, that's violating me. Threatening me, that is violating me. And I don't care how small it is. If you are uncomfortable, speak up about it. And if someone disregards what you're saying or doesn't believe you or whatever, move on to the next person. But don't let people step on you. And as a girl, stand up for yourself. Stand up for yourself. Because if you don't, this world will eat you alive. Worstly, if you are going into business and you're going into the industry, a lot of things are very male dominant, and women are only getting in now, but it's still very male dominant. And not all of them are bad guys. Like the event planner, the security, the guy that helped me, they were all males and they all had my back. And it's not a race thing either. There was all different races there that were